Thank you for taking the time to view this short presentation on the Veterans Aid and Attendance Program. Before we get into our presentation, let's view a short video that appeared on MSNBC with Brian Williams.
We're back with NBC News In Depth tonight, continuing now our special series called Trading Places on taking care of aging parents. All this week we've been sharing your stories. Tonight, a report on a program that is run by the feds, the Department of Veterans Affairs. This story came to us from a viewer email. Fred Harrop of Florida wrote, veterans, their spouses, and widows may be eligible for VA benefits to help with assisted living or nursing home costs. These programs have been a godsend to countless individuals. We asked NBC's Ann Thompson to do some checking on this little known about veterans benefit that it turns out few people who could benefit from are really aware of.
Sunshine, you make me happy.
At 83, Berdine Goldsmith can still harmonize.
How much I love.
To look at her, you wouldn't know she has Alzheimer's, but she can't live on her own.
What'd you have for breakfast?
A year ago, her daughter Betty moved Berdine into this assisted living facility in Dallas and got an unexpected assist from the government.
When you find out that there's a veteran's benefit to help your mom,
Right.
that's got to seem... It's thrilling. It's thrilling. It's just a real blessing.
The convoy puts to sea under...
Berdine's husband Hubbard served in World War II, a Navy medic in the invasion of Sicily. Because of that service, today Berdine gets about $900 a month, a quarter of her care. The other $3,000 comes out of Betty's and husband Ted's savings each month.
The financial burden is stressful enough, but then you have the emotional stress on top of that. What's the next sign after that?
It's called the Aid and Attendance Benefit for at-home assisted living or nursing home care. Facility Director Michael Halliburton says it never fails to surprise families.
Well, it's shock and awe. Their eyes light up, their jaws drop. I've had people cry.
But the program is little known. Today, just 143,000 veterans and surviving spouses receive the benefit. The government says perhaps hundreds of thousands more could be eligible.
We know that about 36% of veterans either didn't know about the program or thought they weren't entitled.
Eligibility is based on need, but you don't have to be impoverished. The formula includes your income minus medical expenses and your net worth, excluding your house and car. The benefit is available to veterans who served during wartime and their spouses if they can't live on their own. A benefit that is now one more part of Betty's father's legacy.
And I think he'd be very proud of the fact that his service was being honored.
Hubbard Goldsmith helped his country then. His country helps his wife now. Ann Thompson, NBC News, Dallas.
We'd like to hear more stories like this. We'd like to hear about your experiences of taking care of your aging parents. To send us yours, go to our website. That's nightly.msnbc.com. Click on Share.
We want to thank Brian Williams and MSNBC for bringing this important benefit to light. This presentation will give you a complete overview of what the eligibility requirements are, how you can qualify for the VA benefits, how much you can expect to receive, and what you need to do to apply for the Veterans Aid and Attendance benefits. We want to thank you for your service. We also want to thank those of you who are the spouses or surviving spouse of our veteran for helping to keep the home front together. Jim Nicholson, former Secretary of Veterans Affairs, said this benefit is the most underutilized benefit that the VA administers. Less than 10% of the veterans or spouses who qualify for this benefit have ever applied for it. The eligibility requirements are fairly straightforward. First, the benefits are for veterans, their spouses, or their surviving spouse. If you are a surviving spouse, you must have been married to the veteran at the time of his death. The veteran must have served at least one day during a period of war with a total of 90 days of active duty. That means if you joined the service on the last day of World War II, you would be eligible based on this criteria. Also, it is important to note that you did not need to see battle in order to be eligible. You could have been guarding the gold at Fort Knox, working in the Pentagon, or taking pictures of generals at luau's in Hawaii. Must have received an honorable or general discharge. The reason that you need medical care does not have to be service-connected. If you are over the age of 65, things like Alzheimer's, dementia, A stroke or Parkinson's can lead to a situation where you need to have someone assist you with at least one activity of daily living. Periods of war include World War II, the Korean conflict, and the Vietnam War. The Gulf conflict is included as a period of war. This program is designed to help those who need the aid and assistance of another individual to help them with one or more activity of daily living. That means that they need hands-on assistance with things like bathing, dressing, toileting, etc. Someone who needs another individual to drive them to the doctor or help them out of bed would qualify, as would someone with mental impairment or blindness. If you need to have someone around you for safety concerns, or if you reside in an assisted living facility or nursing home, this benefit may be available to help pay for those expenses. There are some asset and income considerations that the VA will consider. As far as assets are concerned, the VA will consider the total assets that a couple or individual has and determine whether or not they need financial assistance. This is where a trained representative comes in. They understand the rules and regulations that the VA uses that will allow you to qualify even if you have more than the allowable assets. As for income, it is not how much income you have coming in, it is how much money you have going out for unreimbursed medical expenses that helps you qualify. Here are some examples of unreimbursed medical expenses: your Medicare and Medicare supplement premiums, drug copays and doctor visit deductibles, over-the-counter supplies such as Depends or bandages, and over-the-counter medications such as aspirin, Bengay are all unreimbursed expenses. In addition, the actual cost of home health care, assisted living, or nursing homes, plus any other out-of-pocket medically related expenses are used to arrive at a net income figure. Some of you may have already talked to the VA about this benefit and were told that you made too much money to qualify. That's because they simply asked you how much your monthly income was and did not calculate your net income after deducting your medical expenses. Again, this is where someone trained to assist you in determining your qualification can help. How much can you receive? A single veteran can receive up to $1,654 per month. A married veteran, $1,949 per month, and a spouse or a surviving spouse, $1,056 per month. This money is tax-free and does not affect your Social Security benefits. It is important to work with someone who understands the eligibility and qualification requirements for this program. Each case is different and must be evaluated upon its own merits. There are some records that you will need to gather, like your marriage certificate, discharge papers. The application process can take a while. We have developed a system of applying for benefits that has literally cut this time in half for most cases. We believe that all of the servicemen and women who served our country during a period of war, as well as their spouses, have earned this benefit because of their sacrifices. Let us help you determine if you can qualify for this benefit today. For more information, call Walt Merrill, 858-538-2676. That's 858-538-2676.